Welcome to the Bobby Suarez podcast show. Today I have the pleasure of interviewing a good friend. His name is Alex, a.k.a. Mr. Red.
¿Qué vuelta?
Okay, hola. How you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. You know,
Awesome.
the name Bobby's always been a funny name to me, dog.
Really?
Yeah, because it's always been that's like the American version of fulano. ¿Cómo se llama el tipo Bobby? El tipo name is Bobby.
El fulanito.
Call him Bobby.
My friend Alex is obviously a comedian, as you can hear him, video creator, and I see him as a marketing machine. So again, thank you and welcome for doing this and being a guest on the podcast.
You got it, man.
I want to jump right in and I want to ask you, who was Alex before he became this famous video creator, content creator?
Bro, Alex was a Westchester chamaquito who grew up on Bird and 102, went to Southwest. I played baseball in high school. My life was baseball.
Really?
Prior to anything funny. And it's funny, dude. Like I took it so serious. My parents like instilled in me like baseball practice, baseball school practice. So for me, like people who did drugs back then, bro, I stopped being friends with people. So like I was so gung-ho on like baseball. Right. So the first 21 years of my life were all baseball. It was like military boot camp training for me. It was me. I did it to myself, though.
But did you like it?
I loved it.
Or were you just doing it because your parents wanted you to be in baseball?
Bro, I did it, honestly, because I loved it until I got to college. Once I got to college, and I sort of like, I did great in college. I just didn't go back to finish up because I didn't want to go back. But once I saw, like, the way that the system functioned, yeah. I was like, bro, like, I have a shot, bro, but what am I going to have to do, bro? These people are coming out of DR, the chamaquitos coming out of DR, 16 years old, throwing 175 miles an hour. Yeah. Like, what am I going to do, bro?
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking about that with another friend. He's like, man, there's so many baseball players. And these people, that's all they do. Like over here, we have jobs. We got to go to school, things like that. So right. These people over there, they're just training to be professional baseball players.
So yeah, man, I once I got back from college, I was playing in Nebraska. Once I got back, I was like, I told my mom, like, yo, thank you, I'm done. Like, this instilled into me a lot of things. It taught me, like, how to be on time. It taught me to wake up, be disciplined. It taught me so many things, but I'm going to go study now. Like, that's it. So, bro, like, after I finished baseball, I wanted to get into the medical field. I always loved medicine.
Okay.
But when I finished playing ball, I was like, I'm not going to be a doctor. Just be real. I'm not going to go back to school for another 8 years to become a doctor. Like, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
So Miami-Dade at the time started a program, which was the PA program. It was like something new that popped up that was like somewhat like a doctor, but you're not a doctor. It was cool. You get to write prescriptions, whatever, but you're not a doctor.
It's funny because I wanted to do the same when I was first starting off because I found out that I made good money.
Yeah.
And when I was straight out of high school, I'm like, man, I don't know what I want to do.
Same reason. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I liked helping people, and I liked medicine. And medicine for me at the time was like, oh, these people help people. So I was like, all right. So, dude, I studied the PA program, and bro, that shit got real hard real quick. And I slowly just started whatever. At that time, I was working at Baptist. I started off volunteering. But, bro, I mean, I have a story for that, too. Like, they didn't even fucking hire me to volunteer, dude.
How did you get in there?
Bro, like, I remember the ladies, I remember asking family and friends. I had a family member at the time that worked at South Miami, and I was like, bro, can you get me? He's like, yeah, talk to my supervisor. I got you. Bro, like a year went by, ni pinga, really. I was like, bro, I'm going to do it. Started applying. Ni pinga either. After applying, so I was like, bro, you know what? I guess I'll just start at the bottom, dog. I'll volunteer. So I applied to volunteer. They didn't even accept me for that.
Got it.
So I was like, fuck it. I'm pissed now. Like, how are they not going to accept me to at least be a volunteer, dog? So I walked up in there. I walked up at the Baptist. I was like, where's the volunteer office? They're like, it's right over there. I walked over there. I'm like, who's in charge of volunteer? Me. I'm like, listen, ma'am, I applied to be a volunteer. She goes, yeah, we're accepting you. I go, no, you turned me down. She goes, oh, we did? And I go, yeah, why? She goes, listen, the fact that you're here, this is legit what happened. She goes, the fact that you're here, she goes, I'm going to give you the job. She goes, you got it. She goes, you start on Monday, go get your uniform from the shop, esto y lo otro. Bro, I started on Monday. Bro, immediately when I started working volunteer on Monday, me empecé a colar, where am I at? Went to the transporting area, met the supervisor there. He's like, yo, I'm going to put you in touch with Fulano HR. A week passed by. 2 weeks later, I was interviewing for a job, got the job, working in surgery. Went from surgery, working in surgery 3 years, got my bachelor's in health, and then I went over to corporate, same Baptist Maine, but I just hopped over to corporate. And I just started working my way up, bro. And once I got up to where was the highest that I could, where I possibly could go, I was like, yeah, this shit ain't gonna pay no bills, dog. So I was like, all right, another life choice decision. What am I going to do here? Palapinga. Cut everything off, started from scratch, went into social media. And that's how social media started. Like, it was a whim. It was
What year was that in?
2016, 2017.
Okay.
That's when I started.
And were you always this funny growing up, or this is something?
I was a funny dude, bro. I was always the fucking guy that was like just realistic, bro. People would be like, yeah, montate aquí, vamos para allá, everything's gonna be fine. See, super fine unless you get off the ramp, no, caemos para la pinga and we're out there, right? Like, I was just that type of guy, like just like the humoristic, realistic guy. And people thought that shit was funny, bro. And I was always sober till this day. Like, I don't even drink alcohol. So, bro, we go places and I'm the designated driver by default. Like, so I'm always around everyone in their living their best life, and I'm observing and I'm enjoying life, bro. Like, my life has been observing other people living, and then I tell that story through my eyes.
It's funny that you mentioned when you were playing baseball in Nebraska that's where you learned how to be on time. So we, obviously a lot of entrepreneurs, young people follow me, and that's an important trait to have. If you're on time, you're late. Every time that me and you have had a lunch meeting or anything, you're there 30 minutes before. When I got here, you were sitting.
You know why? Because if I showed up at 11, I wasn't playing ball.
I love that. Yeah. So an important trait to have is be on time.
Shit, and I don't know about you, bro, but that shit is like one of my biggest pet peeves. If somebody's late, that's like, yo.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree.
That is worse than fucking up a job. I'd rather you fuck up a job, lose 100 grand, I don't care, but you're late, fuck that.
That's one thing. I run a company and we have less than 20 people, team members in my company. And I tell them all the time, I don't want to hear complaints from people calling in saying that you were late or you didn't show up. Obviously I know we're all busy, but if you're on time, you're late. Make sure we're getting there 15, 20 minutes before. Obviously, I know a lot of people in my team got packed schedules, but man, it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
So I agree. That's an amazing trait.
Too, right? Communication.
So, and I know you have right now, you're doing a lot of work with different brands and stuff like that. Are you looking to potentially venture out to any other businesses and take advantage of your following that you have?
100%, dude. I mean, when you say venture out, what do you mean?
Yeah, like I know we've talked in the past.
Like break out of, like create businesses.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be video content creation. It
all
could
the
be
time, man.
Brick and mortar businesses and stuff like that.
I'm always about it, bro.
Okay.
The problem that I'm always hit with is time. Like the time is always what's the issue. And I could only manage to do so much before I burn myself out. But I'm always getting involved in startups. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Wanted to get into like landscaping. I wanted to do a bunch of different things, car wash business, etc. But yeah, man, I got a bunch of projects in the pipeline that are like startup projects. And then I have the entertainment projects, which are like the ones that I'm really focused on.
Those are your passion projects.
Yeah, like, bro, business projects are cool. They're fun, bro, but they require like so much labor work sometimes, aside from like the back end work, that I can't manage it all. And then when it comes to creative, dude, it's fairly simple for me in that sense, because all I got to do is hit record, and in an hour I got a product ready to go. So it's kind of like I'm baking direct to consumer, opposed to creating something and processing it for a month and then seeing, like, no, bro, it's immediate, it's instant, it's direct to consumer. So it's a little bit different.
Okay.
But yeah, bro. They're fun working on, dude. Straight up.
What was your first when you first started off? You started off in 2016, let's say, doing content. What was like your first video? Do you remember anyone a specific video that this one popped off and we got a lot of following?
I started off doing rant videos, because that's what came natural to me first. I would just make fun of like my culture, my people, my parents, my exes, Hispanic girlfriends, Hispanic people in general. Like, it started off like that, and that shit went well, bro. Like, it started doing fairly well in the beginning, but in the beginning, remember that the platform it's not what it is today, bro. Bro, in the beginning, dude, when I posted at 9 a.m., everyone that followed me saw what I posted at 9 a.m. Now, if I post something, you won't see it a week from now.
Really?
Yeah, it's all
the
different.
algorithms have changed everything.
So the instantaneous, like, the call to action the platform drew from people 10 years ago was just, bro, it's nothing compared to what it is now.
So what do you got to do now to get attention, to like stand out from everybody else that's doing videos? Like, what are you doing differently now?
Bro, look, man, you can try to fucking keep up with all the tricks and all the shit that the platform tells you to do and all these things that people tell you to do. That's not me, bro. I'm not that guy. Like, I'm a marketing guy. I have a creative mindset. But I'm not the techie guy behind that's telling you, oye, ponga esto a las 9 and kick back, delete this, post this, and drop this back, and that's going to trick the algorithm. Like, no, bro. There's things that you can do, yeah, but I don't waste my time with that shit.
You just focusing on creating.
I focus on content.
Love that.
Like, that's it. I try to make sure that my content's funny, and that's where I try to spend my time.
Got it. What is like your favorite like social media platform that you like posting on now?
Dude, I post them on all. My favorite platform to surf for the most part has been TikTok. Because
Really?
the algorithm there, I don't know, there's just a lot more funny shit there than I would find on an Instagram. Instagram in the past couple of months though, they've fixed their algorithm to where now it's more comedic shit on there. I don't know if people noticed that. A year ago, Instagram wasn't so cool. And then all of a sudden, Instagram started posting funny shit again on the Explore page. Like, they got away from it. But anywho, TikTok's the platform that I like to go on.
Okay.
The platform that I post on the most is Instagram. Like, it's IG, TikTok. IG, TikTok.
And what about like YouTube? Are you doing anything with YouTube? No. Got it.
I don't, bro. A lot of people tell me, and like everybody's like, oh, YouTube. And I feel like I tried getting into YouTube when the time was right. And at that time, it was just way oversaturated for me and what I'm doing.
Got it.
YouTube just last year released YouTube Shorts. So now maybe I'll start posting all my shit there because now there's a place for it to live. But up to last year, YouTube was just long format.
Yeah.
And I never dove into long format, bro. Like, it just wasn't, I didn't care for it. I figured out a way to I made a lane for myself on Instagram with 15 seconds when it first started. I had 15 seconds to work with.
Yeah.
And then from there, it went to 30, and from 30, it went to a minute. So, yeah, bro, 10 minutes for me was just like excessive.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, people lose, they don't have a long attention span,
Nah.
you know. But like talking about like YouTube Shorts, for me, for example, it's worked. Now that I've been posting a lot more videos and we've been growing our following, the Shorts has actually, we've gotten a lot more views even than Instagram sometimes.
Yeah,
Like,
that's how it was
yeah.
for me on TikTok, bro. When TikTok came out, dude, it took me 6 years to get 400,000 followers on Instagram. It took me 9 months to get 625,000 followers on TikTok.
Wow.
In a matter of months, I had one video on TikTok that surpassed all my videos if you added them up on Instagram. So, brother, when you're telling me, like, I can understand what you're talking about. Instagram, what I'm trying to tell you is that, like, over the years, Instagram has gone tightening down on the... Remember, that thing is a tool, bro. It's a fucking marketing tool. Like, if you're not paying...
Yeah, so at the beginning, they're showing your videos a lot, which is probably what happened with you on TikTok.
And then they limit you.
And then eventually, as more people join or more content creators join, they start limiting. Yeah, that makes sense. I've never thought about it that way.
If you have too much fire, bro, they just put you out. Like, it's that easy. They've done it before, bro. People get shadow banned all the time, dude.
Yeah,
there's times where you search... There's people like Louis at one point. It would happen to him. You literally have to type their entire name for it to appear. Because if you just type Louis, not even top recent, even the fact that he's your friend, or even the fact that you talk to him on a daily basis on the platform, his name won't show up. You have to type his whole name out. So, bro, they do shit, bro. But whatever.
That's how it is.
That's how it is.
Alex, what advice would you give to a young entrepreneur that maybe wants to get into creating content or being a video creator or even an entrepreneur? What are some things you think that they should be doing as a young entrepreneur?
Bro, trial and error, dude. A lot of fucking trial and error. Like, I would emphasize on that, because a lot of the times when I first started doing this, it started off like a joke, and then I thought I was fucking Steven Spielberg in 2 months. You understand me? And then 2 months went by, and now I needed fucking AI and After Effects and green screen and all that shit. And before I knew it, I got so complicated.
Yeah.
I put myself in such a predicament that now none of my work was of quality. So it was like, no, I can't post this because this looks like a third grader made it. And then you get to the point where it's like you don't even try. So now you have nothing to post. So don't be too hard on yourself. Try. Like, who cares if it sucks? You're going to get better, bro. People are going to criticize you, and that criticism is going to construct you to being better or to just fucking quitting.
What I tell people is, who cares what people think, man? You know, just do you.
Yeah, I take it as criticism. I take it constructively. Sometimes people point shit out, bro, and you're like, wow, that's fucking smart, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes they give good feedback. So, yeah, man, continue to try, get back on the horse, and don't stop. You got to be persistent, bro. Like Bobby says, being an entrepreneur, bro, like working for yourself is cool. You don't have to answer to nobody, but every day you wake up, you're unemployed. So you got to figure it the fuck out.
You're working 7 days a week when you're an entrepreneur.
You're working 7 days a
People
week.
think it's easy. No, it's
No,
not.
and the other day somebody told me that shit. Like I was talking with somebody the other day, and they're like, "Nah, bro, I don't want to work for nobody no more." Pinga, and I'm like, "Yeah, you know, dog, you don't get to work for nobody no more, but that means that you work 7 days a week, holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, 24/7. You wake up every day unemployed, and there's no days off." And they're like, "Yeah, bro, but I'm okay doing that for me. Why haven't you done it for you now? Like, what? Like, why are you waiting so long? Do it." Like,
Fear.
fear.
And it's funny, I was talking to another entrepreneur recently, and a lot of traits that successful and entrepreneurs have is that they have no fear.
Yeah.
So it's important, man. People got to take that leap and jump in. Entrepreneurship is not easy.
It's not.
You know?
It's not, bro.
You
And
got to be really passionate about it.
It's not. And like you, there's a million other people out there that they're trying to eat at the same plate that you're trying to eat. Yeah. So you're fighting. It's a war, but it's fun, man. It's fun. Like I appreciate waking up every day and not having to answer to a boss, and that also instills in me that freedom that I appreciate. I value it every day more. So it fuels me.
Yeah.
I enjoy this, and I put myself in these moments to be able to appreciate the times so that I can understand why I work this hard to have these things. Like, this is something that I talk with people. I like washing my own car. Car. Why? Because I like to see the hard work that I put into it, and I'll take 2 hours to wash the car because, brother, that car, I paid for it with my money, and I like to remind myself why I drive this thing. Yeah, I work hard because of this. And landscaping, shit like around the crib, I like to do my own shit. Why? This is my crib. I'll fix it.
Yeah.
So I like putting my time. Bro, people look at money like numbers, and I look at money as time. Someone said that shit the other day, and it's true. I look at money as time. You have $1 million, how much time was that? That's 12 years right there.
Yeah.
People look at it like just a dollar figure. No, it took that guy 12 years to make that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time, bro. Every time you spend $100, that was 4 hours of work. That was 4 hours of your work week.
Yep.
So the 4 hours that you put in, there they go. Just like that. In that exchange, you just paid $100 in exchange for your time.
And then once you have money, then you're looking to buy time back.
Exactly.
That's how life is. Talking about that, I know you probably work a lot out of your house or whatnot.
Yeah.
So you have would you say you have a lifestyle business where you get to spend a lot of time with your wife?
Oh, yeah. I have the
Your
freedom.
child.
100. I put myself into that position because growing up, my parents were never around, and
Same here, man.
I wanted them to be around when I was a kid. They always left for work, and I was like, no. So I put myself in a position to where I was able to be off the first 2 years of my son's life. So I was able to be a stay-at-home dad.
Love that, man.
And then, yeah, bro, I was able to, thankfully, and thanks to the people that supported me, which are my fans. So, like, bro, nothing will be possible without them, to be honest with you. Like, they believed in me enough to follow me, support me enough to give me the financial freedom that I've been able to attain to do these things and to live the life that I've lived. And, bro, that's why I do what I do. Like, people tell me, yo, no, it's not about the money, dog. Like, it never was about the money. Like, yeah. I remember when I first started, here's something I skipped. When I first started doing content, bro, for the first 2.5 years, I didn't make a dime. My mom,
How many years?
2.5 years.
Wow.
I didn't make a dime. I made a dime here and there, but I made
Yeah, it wasn't anything
I made probably
significant.
like $7,000 in a year, 1 year, and the other year I probably made like 12. The first 2 years were like that. Yeah. And my wife at the time, which was my girlfriend, imagínate tú, brother. I'm trying to build a life with this person, and I'm bringing in $0, and I'm like, baby, believe in me. Believe in me, this is not a joke.
Wow. What happened exactly after the 2.5 years when your business started to take off? Like, what things started to change that you could remember?
Nothing, bro. Nothing changed besides the fact of me convincing myself that it was possible. Like, nobody believed in what the fuck I was saying. Every time I would say anything, everybody's like, you're fucking crazy. Like, what are you talking about? This video, what are you doing? And then like a year passed by and people are like, oh, now I get it. And it's like, yeah, you guys are tan atrasado, really.
Got it.
So it was always like trying to tell people like, yo, this is what we're going to do. And this will do this. It's going to create this. And everybody's like, get the fuck out of here. And bro, it was that, bro, for 2.5 years. And then 2.5 years later, oye, ¿dónde tú estás, bro? Ven para acá, vete para la pinga.
Yeah.
Vete para la pinga.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. And did you land like a specific client where you say, damn, I'm breaking out now I'm able to see some?
No, bro, it was always, yeah,
like, how did you monetize after is what I'm trying to get to.
It was a roller coaster, dog. Like, it was a fucking roller coaster. Why? Because it was 2.5 years of nothing. And then all of a sudden, I landed like a client, I got a decent client that, bro, it paid my bills. Y sobraba un poco. So it was like, coño, I can breathe.
Got it.
Coño, this was okay, fuck, fine. And then COVID happened. And then everything went away. And then it was again like, what now? So it was reinvent myself. Then I got into stand-up. And stand-up is what I think changed everything.
Really?
Yeah, bro, like stand-up changed everything. Why? Bro, because in the course of a weekend, I would be able to accomplish what most people can't even accomplish in a year.
In what sense?
In the sense that, bro, when I work with companies and all that, most companies pay you on like a 45-day retainer type of thing. So they'll pay you, you got to do the work, and you won't see the
wait to collect.
You won't see it for 45 days after, sort of like selling a crib, right?
Yeah.
So you sell the crib and you're there waiting 45 days to collect the check, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the times that's what would happen, and those checks were like, what, bro? Like peanuts, right? And stand-up, it was like in one weekend I was able to do what I would probably do the whole year, making videos. So I was able to get like an amount of money, like a larger amount of money at a point in time instead of spreading that out. So brother, like you get a large chunk of money, you're able to like make better finance. Now you can make decisions now. You're not esperando something que tú ni sabes si va a entrar o no.
Yeah.
So bro, that changed everything. That's what really helped me and changed everything.
Nice. And are you doing a lot of stand-up now still?
Yeah, bro. I started with COVID, and I've been doing, in Miami, I do 2 big shows, 2 big weekends every year. I got my big weekend coming up now in December 19, 2021.
Which I was going to ask you about that, but we could just talk about it now.
Yeah.
When is that show, and how can they buy tickets?
Brother, let me double check the dates, porque hasta yo estoy un poquito... Yeah, let me make sure. I think it's December 19, 2021, if I'm not mistaken. And
where can they go see buy the tickets? Is there a specific?
Yeah, so on my Instagram, the link in my bio, they can buy it. Look at me, I'm wrong. December 22nd, December 23rd.
Okay.
So December 22nd, December 23rd, I'm doing Doral. It's my big weekend down here in Miami. It's the second show that I do in the year. They can buy tickets at theimprov.com, or they can go on my Instagram, mrred.com, and click the link in the bio, and they can go directly to the improv site there and buy the tickets.
Okay.
But yeah, started doing stand-up, bro, and that was like the real big thing that changed everything.
And did you like it, being like speaking in front of people? Did you have any like fear of like, damn, are people gonna like me? Are they not gonna like me?
Yeah, all that shit runs through your head.
Yeah.
All that shit runs through your head, bro.
And then
but
you just got over it.
It's like, bro, the only thing I can compare it to is like the first time you're gonna sleep with a chick, bro. You know, you gotta whip it out, and it's time, and it is what it is, bro. They're either gonna like it or they're not, bro.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that you can't think too much about it, because if you think too much about it, it's not gonna work for you.
Yeah.
You have to go up there with a plan, with an intention,
confident.
and be very confident in what you're talking about, and talk to the people, bro. Those people are there to have a good time. They paid to see you, and they're there to spend that hour with you. So they like you already off rip. Don't fuck it up. You know, don't be a weirdo on stage.
We judge ourselves more than we should.
We do, bro. We are our own worst critics.
Yeah, 100%. Like, how do you come up with your content? Or what's like your favorite type of content to come up with? Like, I know you have, is it Yuri, the girl?
No, man, no.
No?
At all. Like, I use her because she's a female character that...
But what is your favorite type of stuff to film or do?
I love doing family shit, bro. Relationship shit with people, because those are the memories that we cherish the most, bro. Like, things happen to us, las cosas nos pasan a nosotros, and we tell that story to another person, but they can never understand because they never physically were there
Yeah.
to experience it. But I like telling stories involving other people because now you have a witness. There's more, it's funny shit, bro. So I like talking about family stories, specifically like my in-laws, my grandparents, my mom, my dad, crazy uncles, crazy tias, the cousins. And yeah, bro, things that, to me, I spend most of my time with my significant other and my family. So those stories to me are the stories that I correlate with. So those are the stories that I project.
Love that, man. That when you're not working and creating content, what does Alex like doing as a hobby? Like, what do you like to do? I've been seeing you fishing lately.
Yeah. I like doing a lot of things, man. Like, I like fishing as a hobby. I like golfing. I love golfing. I would golf over fish every day of the week.
Really?
Yeah, man. It's just the amount of, like, I love fishing, but I don't have the time to be on a boat for 8 to 12 hours.
Yeah.
I just don't have the time to.
I get bored easily, and that's almost the same thing that happens even with golf.
Yeah.
So golf, I'll be good the first 9 holes, and then the last 9 holes, I'm like already
Golf-
bored, dying to get out of there.
Yeah, golf for me is more like think of golf for me like you think the gym.
Therapy?
Yeah, it's mental gym.
Yeah.
It's staying focused.
I agree. Definitely, you're not thinking about much. You're out there looking at all the greenery.
Yeah, man. It's disconnection. You're not hearing cars. All you hear is birds chirping. I don't have to answer the phone. I don't have to. That's just me with the ball, bro, and nature, dog, and figure it out. Get it in the hole. Yeah,
Love it.
So I love golf. I love driving, bro. I love race car driving. I have the simulator at the crib. I drive a fast car. I try to go to the track every so often.
Talking about that real quick before we change the topic, I've been asking other guests that we've had in the past, obviously, about their cars and stuff. So can we talk about
Yeah,
what
sure.
cars you like racing and also what type of car you have?
Bro, what cars I like racing. So growing up, bro, I like my brother. He's a very famous guy in Miami, dog. He used to fix Mustangs up, and people know him. He used to whoop everybody's ass. My brother's very notorious. They used to call him Trooper. He used to have a black Mustang. Like, I was infamous. So growing up, my brother used to fix Mustangs, but they were drag cars, bro.
Got it.
I grew up in the drag scene, so that's what I was exposed to. My brother and I, he would take me to Moroso with him to go race, and my brother used to race for money, bro. People used to pay my brother to drive their cars.
Wow.
Because my brother was a good driver, so that's what I grew up with. And then, bro, turn of the century comes Fast and the Furious. Yeah. So then you ask me what cars I fall in love with, and yeah, I grew up loving Mustangs and muscle, but then, bro, I saw the Supra, the RX-7, the Skyline, and I was like, nah, papi, turbos, where's that? Olvídate eso.
Yeah.
So I fell in love with the import. I'm an import guy, bro. I love Supras. I'm an old school Jap import car guy. But the car that I drive on a daily is an M5, a 2023 M5.
And I've seen him, and it's a beautiful
I
car.
love it. I love it. It was my first purchase to myself. And I know they tell you don't buy liabilities, though. Bro, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But I treated myself. That was the treat that I gave myself. I don't buy myself anything. And my wife knows that. Like, my wife has to get on top of me. My wife has to go buy me whatever it is that I need because I won't buy it for myself.
Yeah. What I tell people sometimes you got to treat yourself. Because what are you living here for, and what are you working hard for?
Straight up.
Like, I agree. Like, for example, I love cars, and I know sometimes that may not be the best purchase. And I love watches. You know, you're going to go drop,
30,
big
40,
money.
50,
Yeah, exactly.
60, 100
These
grand.
watches are expensive, right?
And it got it super
But you know
expensive.
what? I like it, and that's what excites me. That's what motivates me,
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we were talking about with other entrepreneurs that we've interviewed in the past is like, yeah, I get it. Maybe buying a bunch of Ferraris is not the smartest thing to do, but that's what they like doing.
Yeah, bro. I have, but like, there's some people, bro, that they might not buy cars and shit, but they spend $500,000 on art.
Yeah.
And you look at them and you're like, what the fuck are you doing, guy? It's like, it's just a fucking una pintura, bro. Like,
I agree.
can't drive it, you can't nothing.
I agree, man. Alex, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? I know you're still young. How old are you now?
I'm gonna be 35 now.
Okay. Where do you see yourself by the time let's say you're 40?
Bro, I see myself on breaking out of social media, going from the small screen to the big screen. I'll be doing something I would already have.
Like filming?
Like
Like films?
yeah, filming, doing a little
Like
bit more filming.
movies or TV shows?
Movies and TV shows, definitely. I see myself on the big screen, and I see myself doing a lot more community things, like where I grew up, getting a lot more involved with my schools. That's what I like to do, bro. Like, I want to try to help out the community that I grew up in. I'm a great example of what came out of it, and me and many others. And I want to fortify what gave me my, my wits, bro, like where I came out of.
And I could vouch for that. That I know you're a big go giver. I know you donate a lot of your time to even the Kiwanis Club of Miami.
Yes, working a lot with them, a lot with all the schools in the county. I'm working a lot with Miami-Dade College. I'm working a lot with FIU. And in general, back to the Kiwanis, like working a lot with them, like these guys, bro, once you finally figured out your career choice and God willing, things go good for you, you get to a point in space in your life where you're doing well. And now I'm in that point where I'm doing well and I want to help others get well or get through these times.
Yeah.
La cosa está de pinga. Times are tough. After COVID, a lot of people's lives completely got flipped. Especially, I would say that old immigration, the older migrants that lived here, the older generation, those people están en el aire, bro. So helping out the older generations, which is the generation forgotten about, the senior citizens, and the kids, bro, the kids that get here that don't have anything. The Kiwanis helps these people out, bro. And that's what I love about them. They put kids through college every single year. Every single year they help out families. Every single member of the Kiwanis during the Christmas time basically adopts a family, and they help these people through the holidays. And bro, these are things that I appreciate, because when I was growing up, my parents were they migrated here first. I'm second generation Cuban American. So dude, I remember the struggles, and I remember how beautiful the community was when I was a kid. Bro, todo el mundo se ayudaba. Everybody helped one another. Este fulano, he just got here. Oh, here you go. Now, nah. You don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm really big on that, bro, because it helps people knowing that they can, trust in their community. Like, it sucks being alone, dog.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. Always give back as much as you can.
So that's where I'm at now, dog. So yes, working a lot with the Kiwanis, with Ernie. These guys are great over there, bro.
I see that this is what you're passionate about.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
I know you're getting teary-eyed, man, so I love that, man.
Yeah, bro, I'm passionate about like what I do with content, because it started off as a joke, dog, and then I started getting like messages, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people get messages like these. I've heard people on social media talk about them.
Yeah.
But bro, I started getting these 6-7 years ago about people's family members, stage 4 cancer, dying, and they haven't spoken for the last month. And they show them my video, and it's something that is of relation, like it's an interaction that I did between a tia or a abuelo and a dad or abuela.
They can relate to.
And they laugh, bro, and it's the first reaction they've been able to get out of them for a month.
Wow.
And that's what's like, like, thank you.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's what it's all about.
So that's why I do it, dog. Like, I was a kid, bro. I was 10 years old, and I had a health issue that I had to be homeschooled 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So I had to stop doing all physical activity. I had an issue with my heart and my lungs. Mm-hmm. Couldn't play baseball anymore at that age.
Yeah.
Bro, imagínate, you're a chamaco, dog.
This is your life. Yeah, and everything changed.
So, dog, for a year straight, I was in a hospital bed. And what got me through was comedy and just movies, dog.
Yeah.
So me being a kid sick is what, like, this is where the humor comes from. Because that's what got me through, dog.
Yeah.
That's what got me through, bro. I was a kid. I was depressed as fuck, bro. It was sad.
Yeah.
But comedy is like what got me through, and that was my medicine. That was me giving back. So that's what it is for me.
Well, love it, man. Well, I love the fact that you're a go-giver, man, and you're a super genuine and humble individual. Even with the fame that you've had and all that.
People tell me that shit all the time, bro. I don't see that shit, bro.
Yeah.
People see me and they're like, oh, you're famoso.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, you're famoso. I'm like, no, yo soy como a pinga huechete, bro.
Yeah, you're definitely famous. Everywhere we go that I've been with you, people stop to say hello. I remember even the first time we had lunch, they gave us free appetizers and stuff. So
yeah.
People recognize you, man. You're definitely out there, man.
The way I try, this is how I see myself. I'm one of you.
Yeah.
Just think of it like that. I'm one of you. Don't think of me as one of them. No. I'm one of you, bro. I'm not. I don't see myself that way. It's just a number, bro.
You know what? You're relatable, man, which is great, and you're a normal person, which is awesome. You know, man, I see you as an inspiration. I know your career is gonna take off. I'm excited for the next couple of years, and hopefully I'll be seeing you in a movie theater in the near future. Alex, how can people follow you? They want to follow you or even interact and possibly do business.
Don't follow me. That's weird, bro. Call the police on you and follow me. But you can get at me on social media. On Instagram, it's Mr.Red. And then on TikTok, it's Mr. Red Official spelled out. Haven't been able to get that fixed, too, sorry. I don't know anybody on the inside yet. But, yeah, you can follow me there. Yeah, man.
Okay. Well, awesome, man. Well, it was a pleasure having you as a guest,
Likewise,
man.
bro.
Thank you for doing this.
I love podcasts. I love speaking. And I love talking to the people. So
awesome.
anything to inspire.
Thank you, guys.
Peace out.